Okay, good morning, guys. It's about 5 a.m. here, and so I'm gonna try to get this done for you guys. But we're gonna go ahead and do overheads now. I'm gonna just be completely honest. I reviewed the song last night, and I ended up just adding a sample. Kick by itself wasn't doing it for me, so I'm gonna quickly just show you. So there was no way that was gonna be enough by itself without the sample. So I did add that. Here is the snare. I completely got rid of the natural snare and just have samples now. And I kept the original one we did, but I added this one, which sounds utterly ridiculous, but blended. That other sample is what's going to be needed for it to cut through. It just lets the snare pop through, but that's pretty much all that was changed. Okay, where do we leave off? We left off on overheads. So let's go ahead and pull out our stock EQ. We have to basically high pass them until the bulk of the drum hits and their body disappears. So our intention here is to use the overheads as pretty much strictly cymbal microphones. So we're going to go ahead and just cut this up to maybe, I don't know, 700, something like that. So now that we have that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and start checking out these 3 to 4K. So this area, there's a lot of bad stuff that can happen there sometimes. So you don't want to nuke it completely because then it'll make it dull. Then I like to take this area and kind of just bring it down too. That kind of weird boxy papery sound. I like bringing it down just a bit. Now you could try boosting 8 to 10K with the shelf, but I usually try to do that in the mix to see if I even need any. Sometimes I don't even do it at all, but that's pretty much it. Now, we could do some compression, but that's like a personal preference. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Some mixers do it all the time. I don't do it all the time. Let's try it. Let's just try these settings. Cool, so see how the snare is now pushed back and then the cymbals seem to be more up front. And then if he hits a big hit on the cymbals, they kind of seem more controlled. So let's listen to that again. Let's give it a shot and see what it sounds like. Now we could add some reverb if we really wanted to. I might do that because it is black metal, but I am gonna have to move on ahead before I can decide to do that. So I think that's pretty much it for overheads. Let me try a limiter here. See if we can control the peaks of the overheads a little more. That's good. I am gonna EQ a little more. There's some milky stuff I'm not liking. Cool, man. So that's pretty much it for overheads. So the goal with the overheads is to basically turn them into just cymbal mics. So you got to be really careful with the snare drum in there because they can be all over the place. Hi-hat too. Hi-hat mics can be pretty crazy in overheads. So you have to be really, really careful. So I know this is an extreme cut. Some people say, oh, 250, 300. I really don't take that philosophy. I think them being more cymbal mics is more ideal. So I just nuke anything pretty much, sometimes up to 700, even 1,000. I've done that before. 930, there was some papery stuff. And then even at like 1.5K, there was some other papery stuff. And then at 3.5K, there's like some harsh stuff. So this whole range, you kind of just want to tame, not completely destroy it, but tame it. So like when I'm lowering the frequency ranges, I'm mostly just paying attention to the point where it disappears. And then I kind of just stop and leave it there. If I need more, I'll do it. But most of the time, that kind of rule of thumb is pretty good. And then the compression, I have a really fast release, pretty fast attack, just to kind of let some of the transient through on the cymbals, but mostly to just control the snare, to kind of push it back. And then this is to completely just lop off any other crazy peaks that are happening from the snare as well, leaving basically the cymbals relatively alone. That's pretty much it for overheads. So I will see you guys in the next video.